everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Tony, your spiritual tarot card reader here. I'm back with another set of channel love messages for you guys. An impromptu live for a Monday. I'm so sleepy right now. Actually, I got medicine in my system and I'm due for a nap, but I'm fighting through it. I had a long morning and even longer afternoon. Man, but I did, of course, want to be consistent and upload some messages for you guys today. So hopefully this will do or make up for it, right? I was, it was brought to my attention that we recently passed 900 subscribers on YouTube. So you know how that goes. Either you guys get a new deck or you guys get a live. And yeah, you guys got a new live today. And I actually got a couple new tarot decks as well. So yeah. I was gonna wait till Friday or Saturday, but I decided to do the live today, and I'll be unveiling. Right, I already uploaded a screenshot onto the community tab. I'll be opening up the tarot decks, at least one of them, live. And yeah, I got a deck. I like foil decks and like holographic imagery and stuff like that. So I purchased one of those decks, and also Jane Wallace's deck. You know, I had the Moon and the Stars Tarot and the Lunar Tarot, and she has another one called the Mythic Goddess, which is kind of similar, right? As far as the imagery and the illustration goes. So yeah, I got two new decks for you guys. I actually wanted to get that deck when I was doing the request or response for Ariana. I wanted to use that deck to do her reading because it's like moon sign center. But yeah, we'll see. So we'll get into it today in regards to love and romance and see what the universe has to say for you. Coming to the video, liking the video and subscribing to the channel so that we continue to grow. Right? It should be short and sweet, but you know these messages, I can't help myself. They tend to go long, right? Extended. So all the messages may not resonate for you. Leave behind those that may resonate for others that come into the channel. So let's get nice and comfortable. I feel nice and refreshed today, although I did have a long afternoon and a long morning. Should have used Bluetooth. All right, so we're using a Wiser Tarot deck today to pull in some messages. So we're holding off on the new decks until later. Let's get into your messages, see what the universe has to say. So surprise to you just as much as it is a surprise to me. Let's see what the universe has to say. I think I may do elemental signs at some point. Not sure if that's going to be today or tomorrow, but we'll get into it. Right. Let's see. Highest messages of love and light. Love and romance, spirit. What does the collective need to know in regards to love and romance for today's message? One more shuffle and we'll get into your reading. I'll be watching the comments section, but I'm just pulling a general message for the collective today to see what the story is. Grounding your messages today, we have the Eight of Cups. Walking away, detoxing, right? Or detachment. All right, so grounding your energy today, we have water sign energy, some sort of a detaching or walking away. Maybe this is you feeling aloof, or maybe you're detoxing at this point. This could be the person that's coming towards you, but we'll see. We have the Five of Cups. Ooh, my shoulders sore. So Five of Cups is grief and sadness. With Eight of Cups grounding the reading. What is this? Sadness? Are you having a bad day? Are you sulking? Kind of feel like me. The Chariot shows up. Water sign energy. Cancerian. So this could be traveling for some of you guys. Transportation, right? It's also willpower. And with it being Cancer, it's also nurturing empathic energy. I'm getting nostalgia for someone. Someone wishes they can travel back to the past. Possibly that's the first message. Let's continue. Two of Wands. Yeah, someone's thinking about something here. But the Two of Wands is usually kinship, is spectating from a distance, watching someone, being ambitious, right? Ready to take action. or needing to choose between taking action between two options. hmm So someone wants to travel here. Maybe someone feels boxed in. Let's continue. Ten of Cups. Someone wants to see the world here. So there's multiple stories here. There's definitely someone that wants to get out and explore, wants to go on some sort of a journey, adventure, or trek. Maybe it's time for them to get out of whatever mundane or regular activities they've been getting into in order to go out and go on some sort of a journey or adventure. They want to see and meet new people. It kind of reminds me of that saying, right? I got places to go and people to see. And then for some of you guys, since this is a romantic relationship, someone's watching you. They're wanting to come towards you. There's Chariot here, transportation, and there's Two of Wands, spectating. hmm With the Ten of Cups, they see you as emotional fulfillment, right? They see you as family, someone that they can build a close connection with, lineage. The King of Swords, an air sign, Aquarius typically. So this is someone serious about a family or some sort of a connection or contract that they want to have with you. And pardon me, my energy's kind of low. But yeah, we definitely have someone that they've been watching you, they've been studying you, right? The Page of Swords is usually immature, but we have the King of Swords coming out. So this is someone that, yeah, they definitely take notes. They've probably been scrying about you as well. This could be someone that's like a motivational speaker or something like that. Some sort of an author or an editor, a thought provoker. They can be a platform, like they can have some sort of a platform where they speak. hmm I do see a lot of online communication. Ten of Swords after the King of Swords. Hmm. Overthinking or possibly brainstorming. Could be both. It almost feels like shoulda, coulda, woulda because it comes out on top of the Five of Cups, which is sadness, grief, and loss. So someone could be thinking about how they lost out on a relationship or they lost out on an opportunity in romance. There's an ending cycle here, a Ten of Swords, completion. Let's clarify the Chariot. Knight of Wands, chemistry. Hmm. Now there's a movement and a lot of transportation that's going on here in this particular reading. A lot of passion here with the King, or sorry, the Knight of Wands and the Scorpio. And again, excuse me, I'm not even sure why I did this today, but this is like a form of meditation to me. So that's probably why I did it. And then I'm so used to like doing it as like a routine. So it's like, yep, let's get on the channel and upload some readings, even though I probably look hella tired right now. Let's see. Two of Wands. Then the headphones are such a distraction. We have a Queen of Pentacles showing up. It comes out on top of the Two of Wands. So you could have a Queen of Pentacles that's watching you or planning something. Clarifying the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Cups. So this person may be clairvoyant or they have a lot of options here. I'm getting a channeled message for some of you guys. Your person may already have children, so it would feel like they have multiple families already. This would be like a, the typical a dude with like multiple children's mothers or a female with multiple children's fathers, right? Something like that. But I'm getting an interesting, crazy message because it's like it's frowned upon for stuff like that, like Erykah Badu. I can care less, and I'm not trying to take up for her. But like, it was a message that I did yesterday when I was saying, if you're royalty or if you have high powered DNA or you have some sort of a spiritual gift, whatever it may be, or you're a celebrity, depending on what type of celebrity you are, you should try and have as many children as you can. Now, there's a lot of people that hate on Erykah Badu, even though they don't have her talent, even though they'll never be able to walk a mile in her shoes and not understand the type of person she is, right? Um, Not to say I'm defending stuff like that, like single parenthood or whatever the case may be, but yeah, she's still very talented, right? And people are gonna say whatever they want to say about her. Now that's on the women's end, and it's funny how I started off with a women's explanation, because we know men can have multiple families as well, especially 100 years ago when men used to have multiple families and their wives, whether they did or did not know about it, right? Spread through all throughout this country. Let's go ahead and yeah, she's spiritual. She's very intelligent. She's made a name for herself, right? Her name is in people's mouths for a reason, right? Whether they want to diss her or give her props or not, right? I just look at the men that she's dealt with, like Andre 3000 and Common, and I'm like, at least they weren't bottom feeders and low hanging fruit, right? She mixed DNA with other great DNA having people, right? It just so happens we move on, right? I was in a 7, 8 year relationship and we moved on, right? Most of you guys can barely last a year, right? You talk to us, the people that's able to sustain long-lasting relationships and marriages, and be like, "Oh my God, you guys look so good together. Oh my God, how are you guys able to make it last so long? Like, oh my God, look at you guys. You guys look so good together." But you never know what we deal with behind closed doors, right? It could all be so simple. Who was that? Is that Lauryn Hill? Yeah. hmm Let's go ahead and clarify the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Happy Family, right? The Legacy card, the generational curse breaking, right? hmm That's that happy family. You got dogs here, you got children here, you got grandparents here, you got the mother and the wife, or the husband and the spouse here, right? Everyone's comfortable here. The contract is decent. It's a decent contract here with the King of Swords. There's discernment here, right? I'm also thinking of like skeletons in the closet or something like that, right? That's just like minor hiccups. It reminds me of like these families, and then they go to church on Sundays, right? Because they have to repent for something, and no one's perfect. You can look like you have the perfect family or the perfect relationship from the outside looking in, but these people, they still shit, right? Because they're people. They still go to church because they're not perfect, right? Oh man, I'm not gonna rename the celebrities that I was just talking about 5 minutes ago, right? But they're people too. They're just high DNA. They vibrate on a higher level than a lot of people. Let's get into the third row in regards to love and romance. The Six of Cups, nostalgia, spiritual flirtation here. hmm Maybe the person that's coming towards you, maybe they grew up with you or they know you from the past. I don't know, maybe they went to school with you or they worked with you or something like that. For most of you, I'm getting this person just has been watching you online and you've been like a source of clarity for them, right? No matter how strange it is. I mean, when I was growing up, it was weird to think that people were dating people online. Now it's a common occurrence. In the future, it would be even more of an acceptable thing, right? Falling in love with people that you meet online. The crazy part is I'm a millennial and there's people already older than me in their 50s and 60s that's doing that type of stuff. Let's go ahead and clarify the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. A lot of movement and a lot of transportation here, the Star card. So someone wants to travel towards their wish fulfillment, their hope, or go towards this bright idea. The stars highlights for me. It could also be a star child, children. Comes out on top of Knight of Wands and the Chariot. Let's get to the middle row. The Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, the Hanged Man. Yeah, someone's waiting. Someone's watching and waiting. They're gaining enlightenment though in perspective, right? See, that's the thing. But then it's a double-edged sword. Like you can sit and wait and learn and watch and gain as much knowledge as you can, but without applying the knowledge. That's what I be saying about the Page of Pentacles. Everyone likes to hate on the Page of Pentacles. Oh, they're coming in with this small offer. But guess what? That's grounding. As above, Page of Swords, so below, Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is actually putting in the work, right? The knowledge is there for the Page of Swords, but they're just thinking and spying and watching and taking notes. The Page of Pentacles is actually getting their hands dirty and applying, right? Like an alchemist or a magician. They're getting their hands dirty and doing things and learning things. The Page of Pentacles is a student, right? That's why it's like when people talk about the Page of Pentacles, like the Page of Pentacles is nothing. I'm like, well, you about to be pleasantly surprised when that page turns into a knight, and then that knight turns into a king, and then that king turns into an emperor, right? But yeah, someone's gaining some sort of enlightenment because all we have here is waiting. Now it could be a feminine, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles is here that's sitting back in her feminine energy, and she's gaining enlightenment. She's gaining all sorts of clarity, right? She could even be a source of healing for some, right? It almost reminds me when people travel far and wide from all across the world to come to some sort of a spiritual event. Like if Mother Teresa was still alive, right? Or like the Dalai Lama, how people from all across the world, they travel to one particular place or one particular person to experience some sort of a spiritual event. That's what it reminds me of. Pisces energy, though, self-sacrificing and healing. We got the Nine of Wands coming out on top of the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Aggressive energy, perhaps defensive, but it's a journey, a wounded warrior. Mhm. Someone could have gained enlightenment through traveling, meeting new people. Like, there's not one way to reach enlightenment. Like, that's the thing we have to teach people as well. Your path to enlightenment is your own personal path to enlightenment, whether you're a painter and you become the greatest painter and you gain some sort of an enlightenment through painting, right? Oh, wow, I'm drawn to Heroes. It was a show that I was watching in my early 20s. And it just shows like well, I'm guessing human evolution, and it showed like humans had different powers and things like that. And there was this one drug user. Um, he was able to paint visions. Well, he would have visions of the future, but it would manifest through him painting. So he would start painting, and if he decided to use drugs, right, his eyes would start glowing white, and he'd be able to paint like visions of the future, like, oh my God, Manhattan is about to explode, right, or whatever the case may be. So. Mm, it can start like that for some people, or it can manifest like that. I mean, we would call it a dark night of the soul, right? When you go through a big major event or catastrophe and you just develop these gifts, precognition or whatever it is out of nowhere, right? Or you just have a certain way of expressing yourself, whether it's through fashion, entertainment, song, dance, music, acting. You just have a gift that other people don't have. You got the last card of the reading. Ten of Pentacles on top of the King of Swords, the King of Cups. There's two kings in this row. The King of Cups is romantic, right? Empathetic and sympathetic. Ten of Pentacles in the middle. And then the King of Swords, a contract or someone very wise and intelligent. So there's a few different messages. Maybe someone's writing a love novel or shooting a love movie. I'm not sure why I'm getting Notebook, Titanic. But yeah, we could have a masculine here that likes writing or talking about romance, dating, whatever the case may be. This could be someone with like a dating podcast, or they do like counseling, relationship counseling as well. It could be a feminine as well, but I'm seeing masculine figures. So we have divine masculine energy here, very enlightened. Mm-hmm. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? We got Wheel of Fortune. So we got the Eight of Cups, walking away energy. It could be indicative of the distance in this relationship. This person really wants to connect with you. Possibly you wanting to connect with them well, but there's distance in this relationship. It can be a big deal if you make it be a big deal. Wheel of Fortune, jackpot. hmm Wish fulfillment for some. If we're talking love, this is whatever your heart desires, whether that's a relationship, a new commitment or a marriage, because the wheel of fortune looks like a wedding ring to me, right? A marriage ring. So it can definitely be finances, but it can also be in terms of romance, some sort of a wish fulfillment for you. And look what's the next card, Two of Cups, soulmate energy, someone that sees kinship with you, 2 and 2. Yeah, this is what they want. They're looking at you like this, and this is what they want. This is what they're thinking in their head, right? As they look into this globe, or for me, it would be a crystal ball, right? And they're like, hey, this is what I want with you. 6 of Pentacles, even more clarification, reciprocation, right? They feel like if they invest in you, then they'll get what they want, heart's desire out of the connection, or whatever they decide to invest in you. It could even be grace, patronage. I mean, I'm also getting collaborations for some. The 6 of Pentacles usually comes off as a martyr to me. And if you look up martyr, if you don't know what a martyr is, right? Jesus Christ type figures. The Moon card is your 5th card, and we have Empress. Ooh, would you look at this? I told you it was divine feminine energy showing up in this reading. Well, divine masculine. I don't see the Emperor, but the Empress shows up. And you know, they're not too far behind from each other. The Moon energy is hidden emotions and intuition and all that type of stuff. Motherhood. There could be a child, a spirit baby waiting for some of you guys if you're not already pregnant. Could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. Someone highly emotional and someone that takes relationships serious as well. Yeah, very interesting energies. I'm trying to see if there's anything I really want to call out here. If I take a look at all the major arcana that showed up in the reading, you have the Star card, Aquarius, a free thinker. A very wise, intelligent individual, possibly very aloof, but they bring a lot of healing. Just like the Hangman brings a lot of healing, a lot of enlightenment. This could be a pause or a hang-up moment or a rest, possibly relaxation. Chariot. Some of you guys could be waiting on a vacation or could be going on a vacation at some point, possibly with your person. High Court cards. We got 2 kings, 2 kings and a queen. Sound like a poker hand. We got 2 kings, a queen, and a knight. So, yeah, could have a poet here, some sort of a Renaissance man. But a very strong leader. But they're very empathetic. They're very supportive, willing to hear people out. Yeah, no dictators. We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Very creative, feminine. She may be quite active as well. Health-oriented. But it could be any number of things, right? Makeup, cooking, or workout channel, whatever the case may be. We got a 10. Ooh, we got 3 10s here. A 10 of Swords, a 10 of Pentacles, and a 10 of Cups. So definitely completion of some sort of a cycle coming to a close. The 10 of Pentacles would be legacy, right? Comfort. The 10 of Cups would be, so we got legacy and we got lineage. Happy family. Sharing your happiness with the people that you love the most or that you care about the most. And again, children. There could be children in your future if you don't already have them. The 10 of Swords is the completion of hard times. Yeah, so there could be some sort of a happy moment coming towards you after hard times if you have not already experienced this. So I'm getting a lot of messages that I can care less to bring up because I don't want to speak them into existence, like domestic violence and that sort of thing, like being broke or a hunger for money or something like that. But yeah, those times are going to come to a close. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's a natural progression. Yeah, because this was one of the first cards in the reading. 5 of Cups, sadness, grief, loss. We're having a victory here with the 6, right? A nostalgic feeling. Maybe you're still thinking about the past, or whatever hardship you went through is encouragement, or it's like it's fuel to the fire for you to become more successful here. This could even be the person that's coming towards you as well, the way that they feel or the way they think. They don't want to take any more losses, and it's inspiration for them to do better. Seven of Cups, right? Clairvoyance, or having multiple gifts, or creating multiple options for yourself, because there's multiple options here, a gift or a smoke screen. Some people may not be able to see these options, right? Like, for instance, people want to know how I make money. Multiple sources of income, right? They don't know what I do or who I am. Things that I've partaken in the past when I was a child, I still make money from them today, right? So even if I'm still playing with like old card games, right? Just like how these 50, 60-year-old men that still go to jail today get locked up and they play boring ass games like spades that I'll never play, right? Yeah, I used to play with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic cards, and I do have a collection of cards, and whenever I feel like I need money, I can go sell collectibles. That's probably worth more than your check. So, yeah, and other stuff, right? Like Craigslist, right? The gig economy, other things as well, right? Donations from my YouTube channel. So, worry about what's in your pockets, right? But yeah, um, very interesting message. There's love here, not a whole lot of toxicity. I'll pull a break deck message to reconfirm or confirm what I'm seeing or what's going on here in this love message. This is a live. Doing a live on a Monday. Let's see. Closing messages for the collective. Where we at with the time? 20 love messages for the collective in regards to love and romance. What do they need to know at this time? Yeah, we definitely could be dealing with an oracle or a clairvoyant here. I'm not sure if that's you or the person that you're dealing with. But there's always a way to make fun off your talent here. Or whatever your gift, your spiritual strength is. Yeah, I'm getting don't count yourself out, whether it's in regards to love, romance, or your career and finances. All right, last message. Let's get something positive. Break deck message. We got the Three of Wands and the World card. There's a lot of movement here. A lot of travel. Going from place to place. Maybe you'll be well known around a lot of different places or a lot of different parts, or this is the person that's coming towards you. That's just their energy. Distance in a relationship, they definitely want to close the gap here, wanting more of a closer connection. They're naked here, so they may want, some sacred energy exchange with you. A lot of passion here with the wands. It reminds me of that, honey, I'm home. Wife's been waiting up all afternoon, all evening, all night for you to get home. Or the opposite way around, husband's been waiting for you to get home so they can wax that. What's that old Akon song was it with Eminem? Smack That? Oh my God, you guys are funny. Oh wow. All right, uno más. Like the video and subscribe to the channel so that we continue to grow. This was a very impromptu live for you guys. Pause today. See what the cartomancy has to say. Bars. Break deck message. The Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. Yeesh. Could be arguing, anxiety, sleeplessness, right? Somebody said some things. I'm not sure if they wish they can take them back, but they're constantly thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Is this your energy? The Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords usually for me, I mean, it's arguing and debating It could also be just like methods of communication, right? Sign language, braille, whatever the case may be. For my challenged people. It's also revenge and drama as well. And then the Knight of Swords is just, that's something that you deal with internally, like sleeplessness or mental illness, right? Mental illness could be anything. It could be a moment or a lapse in time where you're just not thinking clearly or thinking straight or thinking with discernment, right? So it does not necessarily, oh, you have that, you have identity disorder. It just may very well be that you're angry for 2 minutes, right? Um, Anxiety, nervousness. Now there can be good kinds of nervousness and also bad types of nervousness. But this, one of my least favorite tarot cards in the whole tarot deck, is what I'm concerned about. Now don't be one of those type of persons that like to wallow in negativity and make yourself angry for no reason. Mm, what am I getting here? I'm trying to read the incoming energies of the person that's coming towards you. Let me try to get a read on their energy before I close out this reading. The person that's coming toward the collective, or the person that the collective is currently dealing with in regards to love and romance, please, Spirit, may have messages. I'm getting keep it on the down low. Nobody has to know. That's a song from the 90s, right? This reading is weird. The Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, keep it on the down low. Not sure what type of relationship this is that you have with this person. It could be that you're single and this person is single and this person is planning a strategy to come towards you, or this could be a romantic reading where you both have to watch your backs to have this relationship or have this connection. Not sure whether you're sneaking around or this is some sort of an unorthodox, because it reminds me of, oh, well, we have to travel outside of our city in order to go to a date. In order to go on a date, we have to, it's weird, right? Because it's like you don't want to run into someone that you know in your own city. So you guys have to travel 30, 40, 50 miles outside of your typical comfort zone or typical restaurant in your area for you guys to feel comfortable dating each other, or whatever the other explanation that I gave here. But there's love and there's romance here. It's just, it comes at a cost here. Wow. Now, I'm not a kisser and a teller, so that could be another message as well, as where like you want to have a romance, you want to enjoy it before you get other people involved in it, right? Before you start telling friends and family members and they start sucking the life and the joy out of it, having you second guessing and picking small things out of the relationship. Oh, well, just things that you wouldn't normally like think of, because now you dealing with the thoughts of other people instead of enjoying the relationship yourself. Hmm. Some of you guys have dealt with something like that in the past, in past relationships, so you know what I'm saying. And then other you guys, you're dealing with that now, or you will be dealing with that in the future, right? So I'll tell you something that my ex told me, that we had that I had a 7, 8 year relationship with. She said the only person that can make you fall out of love with, the only person that can make me fall out of love with you is you. And that was pretty funny, right? You can learn something new every day from someone. But, at the end of the day, right, these people let people get under their skin and talk to them crazy. So, again, that could be something that you're dealing with, or the person that's coming towards you, what they're dealing with. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of high. I'm also getting like back when you was kids and you had to you went to your friend's house and knock on your friend's door to either you talk to your friend and your friend's like, you're gonna have to ask my mom, and you had to ask that friend's mom if they can come out to play, right? It reminds me of a relationship like that, again, where you don't want people to know, right? Like, don't put people in your business, right? Or they're gonna sabotage, backstab, right? Yeah. But anyways, I'm not gonna drag it on too long. Oh, look, people showing up in the chat. How much time do I have here? Do I want to extend this message out? We got Infinite Abundance showing up in the chat. What's going on? We got Lavender Bunny. Hi, Lavender Bunny. You guys want me to pull messages for you guys before we close out this reading? It's been like 35 minutes. I'll pull a card or two and see what the future has in store for you. Bars. All right, well, I'll do a general message. Take the messages that resonates for you. Leave behind those that do not. This is going to be a message for those in the chat or for those that come after the reading is over, after the live. Let's see. The highest messages of love and light for you guys today. What do we have? The Hangman. I have been doing great. I had an interesting day today. Do I want to tell you what happened to me today? Yeah, I had a pretty good morning. I had breakfast. I had second breakfast. I showered up, got nice and fresh. I went out to Barnes and Nobles, got a few tarot decks, and I came back into the city and I got into a fist fight. And now I'm annoyed and tired at the same time. But you guys got Hangman energy. This is kind of like how I feel right now. Pisces is my moon sign in Vedic astrology. But this could be a reflective period, a reflective state for you guys, gaining some sort of an enlightenment here. It is Monday, so maybe you guys are like reflecting on the weekend or planning ahead or predicting something like that, what may be coming along for you guys throughout the rest of the week. Tonight is going to be a very relaxing night for some of you guys as well. Let's clarify this Hangman. The Queen of Cups. Very sensual, very soothing, very caring and supporting and loving. This is Cancerian energy. You could be dealing with a clairvoyant, and with the Hangman here, that is enlightenment. Some of you guys could be working on your intuitive gifts or maybe receiving some sort of an intuitive download here. This could also be possibly while you're resting, you're sleeping, or you're daydreaming, right? It's those little nudges of intuition, right? Kind of like Spider-Man's spider sense. We got the the Queen of Wands. Something creative. What's the message? You could have a very attractive person coming across your peripheral, unless this is you dreaming or fantasizing about one individual, right? But there's going to be a lot of creativity and firing up of your sacral chakra energy. This could be a very creative time for you right now, especially being in Aries season. Take action on your ideas, your spiritual and intuitive nudges, right? You don't want to be, you, don't waste a perfectly good time to start something new, right? Let's see what else we got. We got the Knight of Swords, communication. Maybe you're wanting to communicate something. Maybe you're wanting to say something. Even if you don't want to say it now, write it down and put it in your notes. Maybe it's going to come up at some point in the future. Someone may be coming towards you to deliver some sort of this is a love reading. Let's pull the last message before I finish that statement. Five of Pentacles. I think your person cares about you regardless of your, and it could be multiple things. This could be the state of your health, the state of your finances, or the state of your career. This is going to resonate for some of you guys because some of you guys are dealing with what? Let one leg on that table break, that person's out. But in my collective, in my soul tribe, I don't think you guys are built like that, or you have people around you like that, or even if you you're leveling up at this time, basically. It may seem like you're going through. I'll say this: rejection is the ultimate protection. But I think you have a genuine person coming towards you. If you don't already have a person, a person, I'm getting that Michael Jackson song, "The Lady in My Life" or whatever the case may be. Right? You might want to listen to that song. What's the Tower card? Oh my gosh! And I am a friggin' walking tower. Oh my God. It's a download. Like I said, you're gonna be daydreaming or something at some point, or sleeping or something, and you're gonna get some sort of an aha moment, or your person's gonna come across your peripheral, something like that. It may even be an interesting conversation that you have with someone while you're out and about. Is what I'm getting from this locked out in the cold energy. It's gonna be like while you're out, you're gonna have a shocking connection, possibly even sparking a romantic interest with someone, right? Hmm. Use your discernment, right? Whatever your taste is. I don't know if you like smart blondes or bubbly, deep, natural people. But it's a very interesting message, right? I don't really see anything positive here. What do we got going on in the chat? Infinite abundance. Infinite abundance. Are you going to be one of those? And I think you're a chick too. Yep. You kind of have to excuse me. Like, I wasn't even really, I didn't want to do messages today because of the situation that I went through today. It's like super draining. But at the same time, I want to be consistent with uploading messages onto the channel. So it's like a double-edged sword. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I'm inclined to be doing this right now. One love. What do we got? Hadash, 11. So that was a decent spread. You have enlightenment coming towards you, possibly from a water sign. Either it's enlightenment or it's love. They want to show you true, genuine love or affection or something like that, or some sort of a concern. Let's do another story here. Why did I get into a fight? Oh man, because I shine too much light. Why did I get into a fight? Because I shine too much light. Someone tried to scam me today and I called them out and they got mad. You know, people don't like when you call them out when they try to do bad things. And the crazy part about it, this gentleman was older than me, and I'm like, "You too old for this. You are too old for this, bro." Okay. I haven't gotten in a fist fight since like, damn, middle school, high school, probably. Maybe horse playing with my friends. Yeah, not even in my 20s, probably like my teenage years. Mm. The whole ordeal made me laugh, right? Ace of Swords. Mm. What else do we got? I want to do one more message. I actually think I just had a bright idea. I'm good. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I have other than the allergic reaction that hit my face 4 years ago? Someone is always hating on my beauty, right? Hating on my light. Yeah, well, your reader's here. Like, there's no qualms. There's nothing to worry about. Mm. Let's do a breakneck message for you guys. This overall energy, your person. We got the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Curiosity, right? Spying. I'm also getting planning type energy, which we did have. We had a lot of different cards show up in this reading. I should probably use another deck, right? Ooh. Oh, I do have 2 new decks. Do I want to break them out right now? Nah, not yet. I'll do another live. I was originally, so I'll do another live on Friday, and I'll crack open some new decks for you guys and pull some more messages. The more decks I have, the more books, the more storytelling I can do, right? The more messages I can grab for you guys. So yeah, all in good faith. Everything happens in divine timing. We're just past 900 subscribers, and we're almost to our 1,000 subscriber mark, right? And once we hit 1,000, I'll probably start doing like free personal readings where you guys could request readings on the Light Readings Tarot Gmail, right? And I can start collaborating with some of you guys, right? Big changes for you guys, and it'll help me flex. It'll help me flex that intuitive muscle when it comes to doing personal readings and diving deep into people's energy, right? Yeah, so we're evolving, we're getting things done on the page, right? We have so much to do. I'm not sure if I'll be doing tarot for the next 20 years, but I like to see how some of you guys grow and somehow some of you guys expand, and maybe some of you guys get into tarot yourselves, or maybe you guys will have children that you introduce to tarot, right? So that's my whole thing. Like, I got over a fear of death a long, long time ago. My thing is, what is it, 2024? I want to see what the world looks like in 21, 24, right? Maybe the marvels of modern medicine and like, uh, you know, see, people is doing dumb shit now, like going to get BBLs, right? When there's more practical things that people are going to be doing in the future, like if someone loses their arm, they're going to be able to get a robotic arm, and the strength of that arm is going to be 10 times the strength of a regular human arm. So that's the type of things that I see in the future, right? They was doing transplants with pigs' hearts during the pandemic. In the future, and not too far from now, yeah, they're just like this. Do we have chimeras in the Bible? See, this is how it starts, right? Oh my God, there's chimeras in the Bible, right? What do you think they're doing to the human genome now, right? Ghost in the Shell, anyone? I posted that movie to the community tab a month ago. We're gonna become one with AI. We're gonna become one with human DNA. All of that stuff, right? We just have to hope, because now we're only using 10% of our DNA, of our brain power. At some point, we're gonna be able to keep up with AI and all that type of stuff, right? So, you know, it is what it is. I'll be some hive mind somewhere. I'll be like the Oracle from the Matrix, right? She had to switch bodies. Let me stop feeding you guys this bull, right? This BS. Yeah, it's one of those things. And I live in Florida, right? I was born in Miami, and it's similar to New York in a way, because it's like it gets so congested to the point to where like people's their auric field is like bashing against each other, right? And people just get so frustrated, right? You can't even say hi. It's just like women. You can't even say hi to a woman, and she's gonna start arguing and yelling at you. It's the same thing with people, right? Just standing in line to get coffee, they just gonna start arguing and fighting for no reason, right? We see it. I've been watching it. I don't even have to watch the news, and I know that there's been crazy stuff going on in all over the world, right? So, for someone like myself, who, I can be in a crowd of people, but I prefer to be a naturalist, right? An isolationist, right? Maybe I'll have a cabin in the woods one day, right? Again, going back to the stories of, oh, she's a witch or he's a witch, right? They're in the woods, not doing anything, not bothering nobody, listening to music and stirring up their cauldron. It just so happened some kids got lost in the wood. Now we want to blame this witch and say she was eating kids or he was eating kids. It's like, nah. I'm just here chilling, minding my own business, and then here we come with haters coming blowing up my spot, right? Shrek, anyone? Don't you guys remember watching Shrek? He wanted to be left alone. Now you have people come invading his swamp, like, oh, yep, let's bother with this person that's been bothering with no one. And it's been happening for years, generation, right? There's always some colonizer, right? There's always someone that thinks that they're adventuring and they're discovering something new, Christopher Columbus, right? There's always someone that think they have a bright idea coming around, right? But it's just everyone, right? Again, we're flying around on this big ass space rocket. We don't even know how the universe works. We're just living here, right? That's everyone. Oftentimes I think about aliens, right? They put their magnifying glass on planet Earth and they're like, what are these people doing? They're arguing amongst themselves. So there's no need for us to go down there and start a war with them? You mean they're going to wipe each other out themselves because they're stupid? Yeah, I think we need more lovers on this planet than fighters. But yeah, they're strange. I haven't had a fist fight since I was a teenager. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But that's a lot of shuffling. Any new messages? Yeah, you guys don't have to agree with me. I just be talking a lot of craziness sometimes. Well, it seems like craziness. Again, another example. What was that? What is it? Encanto or something like that. Like no one wants to believe the village elder. They think the village crazy person is the village crazy person until the actual sky starts falling. Now everyone wants to go to the village person or the spiritual person to try to figure out what's going on. But they were just laughing and calling them crazy and spiritual a few days ago, right? Some of you guys have had times like that in your lives as well, where it's like you had an absolute clarity or an absolute truth about something, right? Because a lot of you people here that come to tarot or whatever super spiritual community, you're attracted to it for a particular reason, right? You have some sort of a calling on your life, or you have a different perspective that it's 10 billion people on this planet. You guys have a selective knowing, right? Or a certain calling. Hmm? Otherwise, why would you be clicking on a tarot video, right? I was raised in Christianity, and even though it's not that deep for me, I reach back to it every now and then because there's certain, again, spiritual and religious truths in the Bible that can help you, you know, get through whatever it is you need to get through at a certain time of your life. Just like poetry. Like I look at the Bible as like a book of poetry and allegories and stuff like that, right? What happens when people go through hardship, right? Whether it's like they're coming towards the end of their days or they get thrown in jail, right? Usually when people go to prison or jail, they become super religious or spiritual, right? They find some sort of a calling or something to stand on because they fell for a reason. They fell for no reason. They had nothing to stand on. So now they develop something deep within themselves to stand on. It kind of sucks when you have to go through pain or strife in order to realize, right, that we are spiritual beings living a human experience. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, being open-minded, there's nothing wrong with being open-minded. You know, if you, and the thing, you don't want to just believe anything anyone says. If you come across something new and it makes you double take, research it yourself so that you'll know, right? The last time I was in the hospital, I had a nurse. She didn't really understand. Um, and again, don't let this be triggering. This is just a short story. She didn't really know too much about like hoodoo or voodoo or even tarot for the most part. And I'm asking her, like I'm trying to open her mind up, or I'm at least trying to see why she's being so rigid, right? There's a lot of reads that I got from her, right? But I'm like, so what have you heard about spirituality, or what have you heard about tarot, or what have you heard about voodoo or hoodoo. And the only thing she kept telling me was something about voodoo dolls or something like that, or whatever it was. And I'm like, okay, well, that's one thing. Tell me something else. And she couldn't tell me anything else. Out of the 1,000 things you can talk about spirituality, the one thing you keep talking about is something negative, right? You can tell me anything positive, right? Because there's negative things about the church, and there's positive things about the church, and yeah, there's negative things about spirituality that she herself has probably practiced, but she doesn't know that she's done that, right? But yeah, you know, it's just people. Sometimes we have to be aware of certain things, right? The things that you can only control what you think, say, and do. Manifestation, right? As a magician, right? If you have a wish, right? As a kid, when they put a birthday cake in front of your face and told you to make a wish and blow out a candle, what else did they say? Not to tell anyone. Why did they tell you not to tell anyone, right? Because other people can block your manifestations, right? But putting your own intention into it, right? Even as an adult, separating yourself from being a child, what do you want? What is really Wheel of Fortune, your wish fulfillment as an adult, right? If you were really able to get a wish, what would you wish for? $1 million? Is that the extent of your wish, right? Did you put any more intention into it? What would you do with this $1 million? Like, where do you want it to appear? Because I remember watching this one Leprechaun movie, right? And the dude's like, "Oh, I want all your money. I want all your coins." And the Leprechaun gave him the money, right? He made him rich, but he put his pot of gold inside his stomach. It's like if you're looking for true love, women, you say you want a rich man, or if you're looking for true love, men, and you say you want a beautiful woman, do you know what comes with that, right? Have you put enough detail into that wish to make sure that that wish didn't backfire on your ass, right? Yeah. That's the thing, right? That's Sagittarius energy. You have to travel. You have to get out and see certain things, right? I never wanted to be that guy that just stood around in the hood under the stop sign or under the tree, just like drinking Henny and smoking trees all day. I can do that at any place across the world, right? Why would I just want to stay in the hood and be like, I own this block, even though you don't even own the house that you live in, right? I couldn't stand that type of stuff. Like, really, it's like even when I go on Facebook now to like witness the places that I grew up with or the people that I went to school with and stuff like that, it's like, hmm. I can definitely see what you manifested in your life. A whole bunch of heartbreak, a whole bunch of stagnancy. Some people make good on their lives, right? And I'm only 37. Yesterday I was thinking I'm 37 and I'm getting old. And in this moment I'm thinking, damn, I'm only 37. So, it is what it is, man. It just, it's different perspectives. People don't take things for granted. Use the time that you have wisely, right? Everyone's trying to find their peace, right? Where is it? Is this one love? This is love. And then this is peace. So, certain small things like that, like what are you putting on your body? It's going to manifest, right? Love and peace. I still can't believe I had a fist fight. I haven't had a fist fight in over 20 years. Oh my gosh. What else do we got going on in the chat? Such an impromptu chat or live. Yeah, but that's good. Again, keep an open mind when it comes to certain things. Where we at? 58. Yeah, 58, 58. Synchronicity. Check your angel numbers. Closing messages. Yeah, definitely. Every day you wake up is another blessing, right? No matter what's on your mind, it's another opportunity to get it. Get whatever you're going after, right? Like, even when it comes to this, and don't take this the wrong way, ladies, like a 10 like a beautiful woman to like I never liked perfect things. Like I like perfect things, but it's like once you obtain it, what is it, what else do you go after, right? That's why it's like for me as a man, right, it's important for me to have a life purpose or a life goal or a dream. And the bigger it is, the better, because you could set a low hanging, low bar, goal or purpose, and whether you achieve it or not, it just shows how far you're going to achieve that goal. When you have a bigger goal, it requires you to have, more ambition and things like that. And yeah, maybe you will achieve it one day, but it's always something for you to just to keep going, to keep persisting after, right? Marriage, I can use that as an example. This may be something that you may be able to understand. Yeah, once you get married, that's not, and I said this before in the past, that's not the end all or be all. Like that's just because you got the wedding ring, that doesn't mean that you can stop being nice, that you can stop be cooking, right? Even men, that you can stop romancing her and bringing her flowers. No, that's the start of the relationship. How do you think marriages last for 20, 30, 40 years, right? Yeah. Mm, wow. I'm gonna look back on this particular reading and be like, because I'm in a very meditative state right now. This is a very weird Monday for me. This is legitimately the definition of being well-rounded. Going through both good and bad things to be a well-rounded person, to say what they say in the Bible, the Holy Bible. You want to be a holy person. Another word for holy is whole, right? You want to be whole or well-rounded. So how do you do that? You have to have gone through both good and bad situations, just like Jesus was, right? We only think, when we think about Jesus, we only think about the good things. We don't think about the bad things, right? We have no idea what Jesus was doing. We when we first met him, he was a child, right? The three wise men were using the North Star, right? Follow your North Node to try and find Jesus in the desert, right? They found him in a manger, one of the lowest places you could ever find a child being born, right? Amongst filth in an animal barn, right? And this man is the king of nations, right? um, yeah, there's another part to that, but I forgot about how I wanted to end it. But yeah, it's just about where you end up, or what you end up walking away with at the end of the day, right? Oh yeah, we met Jesus when he was a baby. When did we meet Jesus again? Not until he was in his 30s, till he became. We met Jesus again when he became the Messiah, right? The famous 33, right? We know that he was a carpenter, like he was the son of a carpenter, so that was his day job. But what the hell was Jesus doing from when we met him when he was a baby, right? We don't know what he was doing when he was 8 years old, right? We don't know if he was smoking weed when he was 13, 14, 15, 16, right? He's normal just like us, right? We were all created in God's image, right? So the same things we call ourselves doing, he did too. I mean, he's God, he's God's son, so he probably didn't get in a whole lot of trouble. But at the end of his days, he was arrested and thrown in jail and prison, just like the rest of us, right? We get caught by the system and we're thrown in jail and we're made to suffer, right? So yeah, that's the interesting part. I want to know what Jesus was doing at 18 and at 21 years old, right? Typically, when most of us are graduating high school and going off to college, or deciding that we want to explore the world, they definitely took some books out of that Bible. Mm-hmm. Yep. Was he ever able to experience true love, right? What made him develop the concept of agape love? Hmm. We don't want to talk about that. Being open with love, right? Allowing yourself to love everyone and allowing everyone to fall in love with you, right? But most of us, right? What do we do with our love, right? we box that shit in like a prisoner, right? Most women only want their dude staring at them, right? Their dude can be popular. They want him to be popular, but he better not be nice to any other chick or any other dude for that matter, or they will call him gay, right? Everyone wants to be like Jesus, right? You want to know what's the flaw here? Everyone wants to be Christian, but no one wants to be like Jesus. So everyone's so concerned with being a good Christian that no one wants to be like Jesus. And what did Jesus come to do? End religion. Now, I don't know how, well, I'm not a big Bible thumper or church hopper, but again, I know how to take certain messages and poems and allegories from different religions, because right now I'm talking about Christianity. I could talk about other cultures as well, Buddhism, right? Being happy with yourself, right? If you know what Buddha, how he's depicted in most images, a fat guy, right? Are you happy with yourself, right? I'm not saying that you have to be fat to be happy with yourself. We got the other Muslim culture, right? They're very strict as well, like on discipline. And discipline is basically to help you, have discernment, right? Um, Judging people and that type of stuff. Like, do you have discipline in yourself, or do you have disciplined people around you, right? Because one eager beaver can ruin a whole dam, right? What do we pull from? The Chariot, willpower and strength. This is inner strength. A lot of transportation, a lot of travel, a lot of nurturing energy. What I'm getting is there could be a lot of people coming towards you. Um, for some of you guys are travelers, and even when you travel, because this is going to sound weird because I'm going to say it's a bunch of people coming towards you, but even when you get out and when you go travel, you're the center of attention and people are going to want to come towards you, right? So this is people, and this is how they view you. Whoever you are, you guys in the chat. Let's see, what have I been missing? Yeah, it was just a reminder. I mean, that's what happens, right? When people are always gonna, it's always gonna, if you don't have haters or you don't have opposition, right? Hate to say that, and I hate that, just like I hate, oh, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like, these concepts, even though I don't like them, and hate is a strong word, they come from somewhere, right? If you don't have haters, you're not doing something right. I mean, think about when you ain't popping, right? When you ain't doing anything, right? And no one's talking about you or nothing, no one's gossiping about you or nothing like that, right? And then think about the times where you are flourishing, right? And people love to hate you, right? They can't stop looking, right? They can turn their heads at any point and stop paying attention and focus on themselves, but they love focusing on you so much. So it was kind of like one of those situations, right? Where I'm like in the middle of my day at the highest point of my day, and then this super low point just came in to lower my vibration, and I'm just like, oh wow, here we go. And I had just got through talking about Satan and temptation, right? How humans, like, we have dominion over the earth, and Satan's punishment was being thrown down to earth to crawl around on his belly, or whatever the case may be, walk to and from the earth until the end days of the earth, right? But humans have authority over the earth, so we have more power over Satan than we believe. But for whatever reason, we let the devil have more power over us, right? When we are created in God's image, right? The little bit of power that you have, right? And you still have more power than the devil, right? Do I sound super religious? Because I'm not. Right? People call you arrogant and big-headed. Am I the second coming of Jesus, right? Or do I feel that way? Like, people would call me crazy for thinking that way, right? But they won't call me crazy if I accept people calling me the N-word. We have a problem with you calling yourself Jesus in the second coming, but we don't have a problem with you calling yourself an N-word or letting other people call you an N-word. So, that whole don't judge me, right? People don't want you to use your God-given intellect and discernment and powers of judgment to judge them, right? Meanwhile, they're judging you, right? They're telling you to be humble, right? Making you go to your lowest state of being humble, right? Right? I mean, at some point we need to be humble, right? But people will tell you to be humble, right? Waiting for you to lower yourself to your humble state, right? They don't want you to be high vibrational. They don't want you to be the best you can be, but they'll tell you don't judge me and to be humble so that they can judge you in your most humble state, right? The most powerful people in the world, we don't even know what they look like, what their names are, who they're related to, but they practice occultism, they practice astrology, zodiac signs, and everything else, right? That they tell you not to do, right? Why would they want you to do what they do so that you could become as powerful as them? They got you distracted with money and relationships. Oh man, I mean, everything you need and want and is inside of you basically. Self-love is the best love, right? If you don't have self-love, how are you gonna know when your person is coming in and they're supposed to be loving you in a specific type of way when you have no self-love, right? Even when it comes to finances. It's crazy that I found that money yesterday. I was just telling you guys that I walked up on someone that I knew that was in the middle of a card game and they asked me to flip a coin. That night I had a dream. I flipped the coin, and as soon as I flipped the coin and it left my thumb and flipped up into the air, it turned into a big ass pentacle wheel of fortune. Yesterday I found a $50 bill just flying on the floor somewhere, right? mm. Anyways, 111. This has been a long message. I will be doing another live. I'm thinking I'm starting to get used to it. Now I'm just rambling, but there's a reader that I watch, Empress Lillian, that's been channeling messages for a minute, for a couple of years now. And the way that she does it, she just puts on headphones and God, my voice is gonna become deeper. This happens every time I have like I get a cold by my singing voice, right? So yeah, and she just listens to music and she just channels messages. So I don't know. I want to do more lives. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it though. But anyways, it was very nice connecting with the fam today. I'm going to look back on this video, check your comments, right? Check the chat. Y'all all seem cool as hell though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy the Soul Tribe is growing and we passed 900. So I got new tarot decks, right? I usually, like I always say, every 100 subscribers, we either gonna do a new live or a new tarot deck. It just so happens with this one, I got new tarot decks and I did a surprising live, right? And yeah, until we hit 1,000, I'm probably just gonna continue to do random lives. And then, like I said, I'll open up personal readings for you guys for a short while and just do free readings. Yeah, it should be a very interesting time. I got plans for this channel, man. You guys are gonna have a whole lot of fun here, a whole lot of clarity, right? And we will be finding our person because I'm looking for my person as well, right? I got my eyes set on a couple people, a couple different collaborations and what have you. And yeah, so hopefully when I find my person, you guys find your person, right? When we all connect. Mm-hmm. But I gotta blow my nose, and I don't want to blow my nose on camera. Thanks for the card pull. My son name is William. Well, shout out to William. Yeah, Hadash, they'll definitely, I mean, names are names. At this point, I'm so sick of labels and titles. Like, and that's the thing. In order for people to grasp an understanding of whatever it is that they're trying to grasp an understanding of, they have to label it first. They have to title it first, right? So it's like them trying to figure out you or figure out the type of person you are so that they can label you something, right? Once they can label you something, now they can kind of understand you. Otherwise, they're just gonna be like a gerbil, like the wheels are turning in their head and them trying to figure you out. Again, that's like the aliens. I keep talking about the aliens. If the aliens landed today, half the people would be afraid of them, and half the people would be curious of them, right? We'll have some people that's, accepting of them, but as long as that there's people that don't understand, they're gonna want to get one, kill it, cut it open, dissect it, right? Instead of just having a conversation with them, right? I don't understand you. It's hurting my brain and it's making my emotions go haywire. So I have to label you something for me to feel comfortable, right? Personally, if I have to make myself uncomfortable for you to feel comfortable, then I don't want to be around you, right? And find some common ground. Find something that's acceptable, right? Yeah, I know. I also remember the first time I went to Disney World, Universal Studios. This was like when a hurricane hit Florida real bad. Me and my friends went up. We all went up with like fake mustaches and hats, and we all came up with a British name, and my British name was William. We had the accents and everything. We was walking around that damn amusement park for an hour with British accents. Oh, y'all making me think about old times. Six of Cups did show up here. Yeah, there'll be more chill times. Y'all cool as hell. All right, Infinite Abundance. You're a designer. That's cool. That's art. Everything is art, but the closer to art it is, I like it. Like architecture, design, right? That type of stuff. It's pretty cool. And Hadash, you've been here long as well. Yeah, keep explaining. Keep opening up people's minds, right? You're well on your way to becoming a light worker when you help people open up their mind. We do it for the children too. Don't forget that. Anyways, love you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good day. See you guys on the next one. Peace.